potential cannot realize their dreams unless they're free.
If prosperity were easy, everybody around the world would be prosperous. If freedom were easy, everybody around the world would be free. If security were easy, everybody around the world would be secure. They are not. None of this is going to be easy. But this is the United States of America. It takes an extraordinary effort. It takes extraordinary commitment. It takes extraordinary strength. The Valley Forge wasn't easy. Going to the moon wasn't easy. Settling the West wasn't easy. We are the American people. We have seen difficulties before, and we always overcome them. This is about rolling up our sleeves. We might have some differences, but as Americans, putting our head down and getting it done.
The one who put the present Democratic administration in Washington, D.C. The whites were evenly divided. It was the fact that you threw 80% of your votes behind the Democrats that put the Democrats in the White House. When you see this, you can see that the Negro vote is the key factor. And despite the fact that you are in a position to be the determining factor, what do you get out of it? The Democrats have been in Washington, D.C. only because of the Negro vote. They've been down there 4 years. And all other legislation they wanted to bring up, they brought it up and gotten it out of the way, and now they bring up you. And now they bring up you. You put them first, and they put you last. Because you're a chump. A political chump. In Washington, D.C., in the House of Representatives, there are 257 who are Democrats. Only 177 are Republicans. In the Senate, there are 67 Democrats. Only 33 are Republicans. The party that you bash controls 2/3 of the House of Representatives and the Senate, and still they can't keep their promise to you, because you're a chump. Anytime you throw your weight behind a political party that controls 2/3 of the government, and that party can't keep the promise that it made to you during election time, and you're dumb enough to walk around continuing to identify yourself with that party, you're not only a chump, but you're a traitor to your race. I know you don't like me saying that, but I'm not the kind of person who come here to say what you like. I'm going to tell you the truth whether you like it or not.
Tell all the other curs the law's coming. You tell them I'm coming, and hell's coming with me, you hear? Hell's coming with me!
For today, in the name of freedom, we take the battle to them. Let's roll.
You're listening to War. We are America Radio, a place where conservatives, libertarians, and Tea Party Americans come together to get the real deal news. No filter, and a lot of patriotic spirit. We are America Radio.
Here in moments.
The ultimate gayless spectacle.
Holy Mother of God on earth and in heaven at the exact same time.
You want a piece of me?
You got it!
5 seconds left in the game. Do you believe in miracles? Yes!
We will make America strong again. We will make America proud again. We will make America safe again. And we will make America great again.
Let's not stand on ceremony here, Mr. Wayne.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? You're listening to the Wayne Dupree Show. I'm your host, Wayne Dupree. Here on War Radio, we are America Radio. And if you are watching this on Right Side Broadcasting Network, welcome. If you are listening to this with our Spreaker audience, thank you. Do me a favor. You reach on over to those that are watching Obama's farewell address and tell them that we are on. You don't have to watch that. We're going to tell you exactly what Barack Obama has done. So y'all, this might be a bad night for RSBN, but y'all go over there and y'all tell them that the Wayne Dupree show is on right now. And those that are on Spreaker, you send out a text message. Well, text message. You send out a message to Twitter and Facebook. Let them know that the Wayne Dupree show is on right now, because Barack Obama has not earned your viewership. Barack Obama, for what he has done over the last 8 years, is not something that the minority community itself should not even be proud to watch what he has done over the last 8 years. You're talking about things that he has done for other people, that he has done for other countries, that he has done for our enemies, that he has done in spite of and against people here in America. But then people want to sit and watch him. Why? Why are you going to watch him? Why are you going to spend your time in watching him fumble and lie over things that he has that he hasn't even done? Barack Obama hasn't done anything for this nation. He hasn't done anything for anybody but himself. That's why they passed Obamacare. Obamacare was for Obama, his legacy. They thought this thing was going to work. They thought all these people were going to sign up. They thought that everything was going to be like Floyd, milk and honey and everything, but it didn't turn out like that. It didn't turn out like that. And I'm telling you, if you're watching that junk right now, you're wasting your time. Because unless you are a victim, a victim to continue to watch abuse, okay. I mean, if that's what you're all, if that's what you're about, if you want to be abused, then you can watch Barack Obama. But look, he ain't got nothing that he hasn't said. And hasn't done to you or done to us in the last 8 years. There's nothing that he can say. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Wayne Dupree, and you're listening to the award-winning Wayne Dupree Show. That's right, the award-winning Wayne Dupree Show. We're going to bring Hutch on in just a little bit. I just wanted to talk to y'all about that, because there's something, when you have a guy that was given the Nobel Peace Prize and hadn't done anything yet, it's just weird. It's weird to see. You remember that? Y'all remember that the media opened up the lanes, man. They didn't vet him for anything, and if they did vet him, if they did vet Barack Obama, they didn't tell anybody what they found. They hid it. They hid what they found, and they dared you to say anything about it. They didn't want you to say anything about it. They didn't want you to express your investigative journalist spirit, that you had. They wanted you to hold it, and if you did bring it out, then they were going to call you racist, and they were going to call you all types of names, and that's basically what they do. Let me see. Let me bring this up right now. We got our man on the other side. We got our man Micah, who is doing the producing right now. And usually, as we start the show, we usually give a first call in. So 202-470-6738. Try to let some new callers call in. If you have been a regular call, and we love our regular callers. Try to let some new callers call in, because I don't want to hang up on you, but I do want you to. Keep on calling. Okay, so it's believe me, the lines do like raise up sometime, but we do want to get in new callers because their voices need to be heard. Also, let me see. I'm going to bring in Hutch anyway. I want to thank WCCD AM out of the greater Cleveland area. I want to thank Pastor Scott for allowing us to broadcast on that AM radio station out in Cleveland. And I really want to thank him for at least believing in us to give us that spot. Mr. Hutch Bailey Jr., you on the line?
Good evening, Mr. Dupree. How's everything this evening?
Fine, sir. Fine, sir. I was just telling everybody, I was like, y'all turn off that Barack Obama crap.
Oh yeah, how could you watch that? I mean, all the devastation that he's created. It's just it's sad to watch so many people like the Pied Piper. It's like he beat you for 8 years, and now you're jumping over each other to go see the guy.
Right. I just don't understand. I just don't understand how. And look, I understand the liberal stations watching it. Okay, I understand the liberal stations watching it, but I don't understand us. That's almost watching like Jon Stewart or Stephen Colbert. Those people don't have anything for us. You know, watching Bill Maher. Those people don't have anything for us. Barack Obama doesn't have anything for you or me or anybody that is listening to this show right now. He doesn't have anything. He is a failed president. He knows he's a failed president. And he's going to he's going to lie about the things that he's done, but he's going to hide the things that he really has done. You look at all the people that are around this nation that are out of work, that weren't, that had jobs, Hutch, when he took over 8 years ago. Now,
again, it's unbelievable to me. It really is.
And I'm not saying that you should keep your job for 8 years. Okay. I'm not saying you should keep your job for 8 years. However, though, there are some people that had a very good living. And there's to move where they are right now from where they were 8 years ago, there aren't that many people that are better off except for those in government.
And, it's sad to hear you say that you shouldn't maybe keep your job for 8 years, because for decades it was common
that's
for
true,
a man to keep his job for 30, 40 years. I mean, they went into work and they, went to work every day and they retired and everything. And in the 80s and actually after the 60s, that started breaking up a little bit. And I think we have the vehicle now with the government, at least the federal government, the administration, to maybe get that back again, because a strong manufacturing base is what gets you there.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to the Wayne Dupree Show. I'm your host, Wayne Dupree, and I have Hutch Bailey Jr. on the line. I'm going to take my first call, which is 708. 708, you're on the line right now. Are you watching that Barack Obama mess?
Hell no.
All right. Okay. All right.
I'm in Chicago. I'm in Chicago right now.
Uh-huh.
And they closed all this Presley. I said, I don't care.
Go ahead. 708. Okay. I guess he said he didn't care. I guess that was it.
I think Skype's back together now again. It worked like beautifully for me tonight. It was a first time in a long time. Actually, it worked Sunday too, but I think they might have fixed themselves.
Not for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, sad.
Not for me.
Sad to hear that.
Yeah, I had to ask you a little bit. Listen, I was reading a story about Chip and Joanna Gaines. I don't know if you heard this story, but I want to touch on it before we get into Senator Sessions. Chip and Joanna Gaines, they are a couple on TV. They have a show on TV, as a matter of fact. And they are, as a matter of fact, hold on. Let me take this Florida call. Hey, Florida, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, brother. How you doing?
I'm fine. Go ahead. You're live.
Look, listened to you guys last night, you and Hutch and that lady, and you talked about Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson. And if
Well, that's weird. Florida just got cut off when I brought Hutch back on. Okay, let me do this. I'm gonna. And Hutch said that his Skype was working. All right. Okay. Chip and Joanna Gaines. They are TV personalities. They have a show on TV. And they're Christians, as a matter of fact. They're Christians. And everybody knows that they're Christians. So come to find out that BuzzFeed and a couple of the liberal websites found out what church that they go to and did an expose about their pastor, that their pastor preaches against gay marriage. And, just like liberals do, they threw them under the bus. They threw this couple under the bus. Joanna and Chip Gaines threw them under the bus. And a lot of you have, a lot of you probably would have responded in a way that you're like, you know what? I'm going hard at them. I'm going to go after them, and I'm going to beat them down and everything. But Chip didn't do that. Chip responded in a way that was compassionate, but he still got his point across. And I mean, I probably would have went hard at him. And it would have been a couple of months of me and BuzzFeed or me and Salon or whatever. It would have been a couple of weeks of us going back and forth, a couple of months, but the way that Chip responded, he responded to them. And when other people saw that response, then they took up for the Gaineses, both of them, But it was the way that he responded that all of us need to remember. You can't get in a fight with everybody, because when the enemy comes up from all sides, then the enemy is going to attack you, or the enemy has plans to attack you to bring you down. The enemy, I'm talking about the enemy. And for those that are spiritual, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know what? Let me go ahead and take this Florida call real quick. Go ahead, Florida. You're back on the line.
All right, buddy. How you doing?
Right. Go ahead. You're live.
All right, I'm live. Okay.
Yep.
What I was saying was yesterday you guys were talking about Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton, and about how they're doing all this stuff, and you want to meet with this.
Go ahead, Florida. Okay, now that's just crazy. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, but it seems like every time I bring my co-host in, it's cutting off. It's cutting off the. Hey, Hutch, did you do my update, a latest update or something?
No, I went to the update settings, and it said I had the most up-to-date one already.
Okay. All right. Well,
I see I keep killing your calls, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, we'll work through it some way. Okay. I was just talking about Chip and Joanna Gaines. Both of them are a Christian couple on TV.
Yeah, they do that Fix It Up show.
Yeah. And now I've never watched it, but
me either.
Yeah. But here's the thing: the left is the left right now. The Democrats, the liberals, they are in a mode of bullying us to make us stop, or to make us fall back, so that we aren't standing beside Donald Trump. And like I watched, there was a prayer breakfast that was supposed to be happening for the inaugural at Trump International Hotel. They had received so many complaints about things that were going to happen that they canceled the prayer breakfast. But it's back on now. Okay, good. It's back on, which brings me to this point. Ladies and gentlemen, the only way that we are going to slap down the liberals is that you have to stand up to them. You have to meet them face to face, put your face right in their face, and say, "Listen, I'm not going anywhere." So you can cry all you want to, because number one, you can't hold an argument. You can't hold an argument. You can't stand here and debate me on the issues. That's why you name call. That's why you come out and you threaten and you say that you're going to do all this mess and stuff, and you ain't going to do a damn thing. But we have to stand there in front of them, and honestly, If you have to take the abuse, take the abuse.
That's right.
You have the winning argument. Everything is on your side. Come on, Hutch, go.
You know, there's something that happened in the last couple days that really gave me hope. We're not there yet, but you know the Republicans are coming forth with a budget that is going to raise the debt $9 trillion in the next 10 years. And Rand Paul stood up against it and put another an amendment to the bill that would have balanced the budget. And if he would have done this, well, actually he did. The last couple of years, he would have got one, maybe two senators to help him. But 14 senators stood with Rand Paul on this. And I'm telling you, that is a huge shift from the way it's been. Right. Now, I know it didn't pass, but 14 out of 100, now you can start identifying the enemies of Donald J. Trump.
Right.
And it's in the Republicans that weren't part of that 14. Now we can start narrowing it down. I got a little hope now. I'm watching this. 14 brave American senators stood up for the balanced budget. Why it wasn't all 51 of them is beyond me, or however many there are.
Right.
But there's hope. And that is exactly what you just said. That is people being brave and saying, I'm going to stand up. Go ahead and ridicule me.
Right.
But I'm standing for what's right. And we're going to win, Wayne. I'm telling you, we're going to prevail.
In the last 8 years, when the Tea Party came out and the Democrats figured that all they had to do was call you racist and that you were going to back down. I mean, honestly, that really pissed me off to watch that happen. A lot. I mean, even a lot of congressmen backed off of their principles, I guess. I guess you can call it their principles, because they were being called racist. They were being drug into that hole where America was looking at you because you were being called racist. A lot of people backed off.
Sure.
And, I mean, honestly, red punks, yeah. Now, or they got punked. Now, I understand y'all backing off. I do. I really do. But you know what? The amount... No, wait. The amount of names that I'm called behind the scenes, in emails, in direct messages, what do you call it? Cowards. These cowards are doing it behind the scenes.
Oh, yeah.
You know, but they're, and then some are doing it out in public, but you know, it's just a minor name calling now. But all that time that you could have been doing a little bit more, some of you backed up. This is not time to back up. You elected, you beat, and we've said it on this show many times. You beat the political establishment. You beat the media establishment. You beat old Republicans. You beat everybody to elect somebody that you wanted. So don't tell me, I never want to hear that your vote doesn't matter ever again, because your vote does matter. You beat the establishments, and you beat them bad. Now, I hope many of you, and Hutch, let me know what you think about this. I hope many of you don't think that they were just going to walk away and never come back.
No, that's their livelihood. Trillions of dollars are at stake. You watched it play out in the tunnel between the Senate and the House. You watched it with the picture that the representative from Missouri, from Ferguson, put up in that tunnel with the cops labeled as pigs versus the criminals getting torn down. I don't know how many times it ended up getting torn down today. But this stuff's over, man. This racist card doesn't work anymore.
Did it get taken down again today?
It got taken down like at least twice.
Today?
Wow. And the D.C. police were called because the representative from Missouri said that it was stolen. And they said, no, you dumbass. He gave it to you. He put it in your office. It's not stolen.
Okay. Because, yeah.
You know, but it continues to go. And you have a national party in the United States of America that is openly against law enforcement.
Right.
That is not going to win. Right. We are going to win.
You know, when I saw that video of them putting it back up there, the Black Congressional Caucus putting it back up there, I'm like, okay, ladies and gentlemen, look at it from a couple of different angles. They are showing you that they are against the police. They're showing
the NAACP is showing you.
You know
how communist they are.
Right.
The head of the NAACP, the Congressional Black Caucus, said he's going to kick somebody's bleep if they try to take it down again. This is a member of Congress.
Let him do it. Look, take it down. Take it down. Take it down.
Take one for the team.
Exactly.
Or whoop his.
Exactly. Look, if you're going down, make sure that the other person go down harder. Because again, look, I don't know how many times that y'all have heard me say this and heard Hutch say it, but believe me when I say, to beat a Democrat, you have to act like a Democrat. You can't act like you are above.
No,
the
That's
Democrat.
Karl Rove area. When you start doing that, when you start letting your boss take all these hits and you never fight back, that's what you get.
Yeah,
you get Barack Obama.
That's weak. That's weak, and you figure, well, I'm just gonna walk away, and everybody's gonna see that I'm in the right. No, they're not.
Well, they're taking your lunch money.
Everybody that is watching you walk away is looking at the person that just punked you and moving over to their side.
And they're gonna punk you next.
They're gonna keep punking you, and they're gonna find better ways to punk you.
And then they're gonna sell you to their buddy.
Oh man, you talking about a little jail stuff going on?
Well, this is the way of the world, man. I mean, we have these people in the Democrat Party. Me, I call them the Democrat crime family.
That's right. That's right.
I mean, you look at who they are. These are not ordinary, nice, sophisticated, civilized Americans. These people are about tearing this country down and turning it into something that it's not.
Right. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, Hutch, I am. Just hold on. You just hold on for a second. I am going to move. I'm going to move the calls over to the other computer. Yeah, you stay on here though. Ladies and gentlemen, you listen to the Wayne Dupree Show. The call-in number is going to be 202-470-6738. 202-470-6738. I'm letting you know right now that the Democrats are looking to bully you over the next 4 years, and they are using the last 8 years as a stepping stool to go after you. Okay? I mean, you already have the Democrats already talking about using the Tea Party method to go after Donald Trump. Now, it ain't gonna work because the Tea Party thing was from the heart. The Tea Party thing was like, there's just too much government going on. We just been taxed too much. And after things changed and they got rid of that supermajority, then everybody went home because they had jobs, which I think was a bad mistake. I think that they should have kept on going. That's me. I think that they should have kept on going. Now, I do admit that some of the people, some of the people tried to make money off of the Tea Party. They tried to make money off of the Tea Party, and Tea Party was, what's that word I'm looking for? When some infiltrated, yeah. The Tea Party was infiltrated. So that's what I believe. But the Tea Party was strong, man. The Tea Party was strong. The media couldn't do anything with the Tea Party. The Democrats couldn't do anything with the Tea Party. All they had was calling names, man. That's all they did was call names. But let me tell y'all something. I believe in each one of y'all. I believe in each one of y'all. I believe so.
Hi.
Hold on, Dorothy. As a matter of fact.
Thanks.
Okay,
I've got it on mute.
I'm gonna bring in Florida real quick. I'm gonna let Dorothy call back in a second. But
hey,
okay, hold on, Florida. Hold on.
all right.
Each one of you right now, I'm begging you. I'm begging you to stand up. I'm begging you to fight back. I am begging you to be that person that is not going to be punked by any of these Democrat bullies. Because that's what they tried to do with Senator Sessions today. Al Franken brought out a whole lot of charges against Senator Sessions, and it took Ted Cruz. It took Ted Cruz to come out with all of the information. He came out with the rest of the information and cleared up a whole lot of what Franken had laid out there. Because I'm sure if y'all were watching Franken do what he was doing, and we're like, okay, well, what's going on with this? Okay, well, what's going on with this? And then all of a sudden, you realize when Ted Cruz came out, okay, well, it isn't as bad as what Franken was saying. Okay, go ahead, Florida.
Okay. Yeah, I watched it today, and I listened to a bunch of it on 103.7 FM. And it kind of amazed me because they had no substantiated evidence against the man. And everything they brought up to him, and what really made me feel good about Sessions is when he told the congressman, he said, "It is not my job as Attorney General to make the laws. Mm-hmm. It is your job as Congress to make the laws. It is my job to make sure that the laws that you have passed are upheld." I felt good over it.
You like that?
Yes, sir.
It's so important. I mean, that's the pinnacle of what we did not have in the Obama administration.
Well, the situation with the Obama administration, when Donald Trump was sitting down talking to a couple of his advisors, and he said, "How are we looking in Congress?" And the guy just shrugged his shoulders. He said, "Well, how are we looking in the House of Representatives?" The guy just kind of shrugged his shoulders. He said, "Well, how are we looking in the Judicial Department?" And the man said, "Don't get me started on that, but we're doing good."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So,
hey,
and,
hey, Florida, thank you. Thank you for your call, man. Thank you for your call. We got Dorothy from Kansas calling in. Hutch, we're going to get Dorothy in. Dorothy, turn down your radio real quick.
Yes, it's off.
Okay.
Hi, Wayne.
Hi,
Holy
Dorothy.
Cowboys, thank you so much for taking my call.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Hutch.
Hello.
Listen, I just have a really quick thing to say. This is Dorothy from Kansas. Please remember Bikers for Trump. There's a whole ton of them supporting our man, Donald J. Trump. So just pretty please keep them in mind. They will be traveling via car and maybe motorcycle. And that's all I have to say. Thank you so much for taking my call.
Mm-hmm.
And you all take care. Thanks. Bye.
Thanks, Dorothy.
And that's Bikers for FOR Trump. Bikers for FOR Trump.
If you're out there riding a motorcycle right now, God bless you.
That's right. That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to the Wayne Dupree Show. I have my co-host on, Mr. Hutch Bailey Jr. We are taking your calls tonight, but we're also talking about standing up against these bullies because I see it coming. I see it coming. I see it forming. I mean, they're already talking about buying a house in D.C. to protest Donald Trump. They're talking about starting up a Tea Party. So we've been telling you. Look, they're coming. Well, guess what? They're not coming. Actually, they're here. It's just that you have to decide whether you are going to stand up and fight or whether you are going to push it off on somebody else. I'm telling you, I'm charging you to stand up and fight against these Democratic bullies. That's all they are. They don't have an argument. They can't stand with you one-on-one and talk about the issues.
And they cannot win on any legislative issues unless our people punk out.
Yeah.
And I think that's where we need to, at this point in time, what Wayne's saying is absolutely right. You cannot be intimidated by them. You cannot listen to the media. The media is owned by them. Mm-hmm. But you have to understand the numbers in the House of Representatives and the Senate, and very soon the Supreme Court. And you have to realize that we're on the winning side of this.
Mm-hmm.
But they're going to try to intimidate us the way Wayne said. I mean, the title of the program. Democrats look to bully you for the next 4 years. Don't let them.
Exactly. 570. You're live with Hutch and Wayne. What's going on?
Hi, Wayne. It's Christy Francis. How are you?
I'm fine. How you doing, darling?
Hi, Hutch.
Hello.
It's driving me crazy. I had to call in. Okay, so I've been tapping into the hearings, trying to keep some records and things. What's driving me the most crazy, and I shared with Wayne earlier, during the Russian hacking versus the election and that all that garbage, they had Comey there, the intel agencies. Clapper was there doing his thing, threatening his democratic views, his narrative. One thing to start with is that one of the senators, a Republican senator, I don't remember her name, she did point out that she was very concerned that there were only 3 intelligence agencies who compiled this document, and that
exactly,
and every other document before this had the 13, 14 agencies combined. She questioned that. I thanked her for that. But here's the biggest concern I have, and it's actually made me physically sick. The narrative they're pushing now is that the FBI is supposedly conducting an investigation of the Trump administration, both during the campaign and now as POTUS. What they want to do is they want the FBI to release an unclassified document, if it's anything like the last one, which was trash, before 1/20, because they are going to stop the inauguration and say that it is a delegitimized presidency.
Yeah, that don't happen.
Do you really believe that's
not going to happen? Come on now. Come on.
That's not going to happen.
I'm telling you, and and Director Comey said, one, I can't tell you if there's an active investigation, and obviously he alluded to there is. And every Democrat, as it went around, they said, well, okay, maybe it didn't affect the elections, but if he's connected to him, he may have helped them. It might have been a conspiracy between the Trump administration and Putin, and this is the proof that we need prior to 1/20. The people need to know.
Democrat operative James Comey has about 10 more days on the job, and then he's going to be fired.
Guys, I don't call in unless something's burning in my chest, and this day is really between watching the Electoral College. I was so embarrassed to be an American with those the protesters and the objections, and it was over. And they kept just pushing like they do. They used the Alinsky thing, the rules of Alinsky, say it again over and over and over again until it becomes truth. But this is the biggest thing, that they're pushing the cybersecurity first, because if they can get even a report that is as flimsy as the one we just got, they're going to suspend the inauguration. Two other things quickly.
Right.
What?
No, they're not going to suspend the inauguration. The inauguration is going to happen on the 20th. And you've got 3 people. You've got James Clapper, James Comey, and you've got the other guy. I can't remember his name. Brennan.
He's an admiral.
These people are all political hacks, man. Don't worry about this.
Right.
Okay, but just, well, Hutch, no, listen.
I got to let you go. I got to let you go.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, I look. I mean, look.
I understand the frustration.
I do too. And you know what? I also get frustrated when I see stories like that. But I get frustrated because they're putting those stories out to make people worry when they shouldn't be worried about this stuff. Because listen, it's going to take the act of God for him not to stand up and it's going to take an act of God.
And you know, Wayne, it's even worse. When you have, I have got such disdain. I hate to use the words hate.
Yeah.
But Lindsey Graham and John McCain, man, these 2 dudes, they are testing my civility. These 2 guys, that come out here in these hearings, and it's obviously clear that the Russians had nothing to do with anything with our elections. It was Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama and everything that's happened in our nation for the last 8 years. That's what drove the election.
Right.
Not some foreign country that can't even produce a car.
I mean, look,
when's the last time you bought a Russian pickup truck?
There is nothing that Russia could have done to make to tell you who to vote for. There's nothing.
No.
I mean, they weren't running any ads. They didn't hack no machines, because I know when I got to my place, it wasn't even a machine. It was a piece of paper. I was surprised, though, Hutch. I was surprised it was a piece of paper that, I had to fill it out like I was taking a test.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that Russian guy, Boris, was over there, and he was like taking yours and taking an eraser and changing this. No, that didn't. And no disrespect to the last caller.
No.
I'm not trying to disrespect you. I'm just saying
right.
We're okay, man. We're going to be all right.
Like I said, it's going to take an act
have faith
of God. I mean, I'm talking about fire is going to have to be ringing from the skies for the inaugural not to happen. The reason why I say rain, look, it's going to rain, then they're just moving inside. But it's going to take an act of God to stop the oath from Donald Trump from taking the oath. He's cleared everything. He's cleared all the hurdles.
I'm so confident that I have my Secret Service credentials to go cover the event, and I'm staying at the house. That's how confident I am.
It's going to happen, man. It's going to happen.
I mean, this is going to happen. I'm saving my ammo for down the line when we go down to the Gaylord. I mean, really, this is going to happen. It's just the Democrats are in retreat.
Yeah.
And the media is going to play it up like they're not. I mean,
they're playing it up.
Think about what they did. They actually gave you hope that the Electoral College was going to change its mind.
They did.
Think about that.
Yep. Oh, and I even went back to 2008 when George W. Bush and Al Gore did the thing. They did the same thing back then. They played up the Electoral College just like they did for this.
Yes, they did.
They played up the same thing. Well, some state. Now, they didn't cover it as much as they did this one or that one, but they were like, some of these states. So here I am watching C-SPAN. I am watching C-SPAN. I'm like, I wonder if any of these states are going to go back on their word. Ain't none of them go back on the word. None of them. So when I heard that again this time, I'm like, man, they just sapsuckers.
That's it.
They just, man, the media knows that they're powerful. Well, wait, no. The media is powerful. The media can sway a lot of things. It's just that many of you work with common sense. A lot of y'all work with common sense. A lot of y'all know the deal. A lot of y'all work along the logical lines. So that's why you aren't snookered and punked out. But I'm still telling you, you got to stand up to these Democrats.
That's true.
You got to stand up to these Democrats, because any little inch of a way they're gonna try to punk you. They're gonna try to take you down. And again, they aren't working off of issues. Well, actually, they're working off issues, but they don't have an argument for the issues.
Oh yeah, they do. Racist.
Oh yeah.
Misogynist. Yeah. Homophobe. Yeah. All these words you never heard of before.
Yeah. Al Franken today was saying all that stuff. Saying all that stuff against Senator Sessions until Ted Cruz came in and said, but y'all didn't hear, but y'all didn't know this. But y'all didn't know this either. Now, if Ted Cruz wasn't there, nobody, everybody would have probably went, well, man, he changed the amount of cases, wow. But no, Ted Cruz cleared it out, didn't he? Ted Cruz came and cleared it out. 910, you're on the line with Wayne and Hutch. What's up?
Hi, Wayne. Hi, Hutch. I can't believe I got through.
Who is this right here?
This is Sandra from North Carolina.
Hey, Sandra, how you doing?
I am doing so good. How are y'all doing?
Let's see. We got a Sandra from North Carolina. And we got a Sandra from South Carolina. So we're doing great.
Listen, I just want to say, y'all been telling these people not to worry. They don't need to worry. This has been a great day today. Today I saw a post on Facebook, and it said that that movie stars are now going to go on strike if Donald Trump gets through. I'm thinking, yes.
That's
and
fine with me.
then I watched the Obamas board Air Force One to go do a farewell speech. Yes, double win. I'm so ready.
Well, look, if they listen, these people.
Hey, we gotta.
Listen, if the Russians had anything if they had anything on the Russians doing anything about this election, it would have been done. They don't have anything. They don't have anything.
How nice is it that we now have an attorney general whose name is Jefferson Beauregard Sessions the Third? I mean, that's like awesome. That's America.
It is awesome.
All right.
I am so stoked for this.
Well, Sandra, I am stoked with you, and thank you for calling in, dear.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, 202-470-6738, 202-470-6738. Yeah, she's right.
She's fired up too.
Yeah, I like that. I love when y'all call up here fired up. It means so much. It means that we got some people on fire for the election. We got some people that are ready. No, not for the election. No, not for the election.
For restoring the American dream.
There we go. For making America great again. We got some people on fire. We got some people
How about Chuck Schumer got on Twitter and said, actually, let's not make America great again. It's like
I saw that. Oh,
you know, that guy lives in a house. I don't know where he lives in New York, but he lives in a house in D.C. that he like shares. These guys are so cheap, man.
Still?
I think. You know, there's a bunch of my. I'm going to have to research that a little bit.
Okay.
But there's like a boarding house where these guys live.
Yeah.
I mean,
you know what? It makes sense. It makes sense to me that all the snakes slither together.
Oh yeah,
you know,
they say the guy doesn't even make his bed. I mean, he's
nasty, man.
You can tell when he starts talking too. I mean,
I know. Yeah.
He doesn't even realize that he's beat yet.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we are doing a fundraiser. I want to bring that up. As a matter of fact, I want to bring that up. We are doing a fundraiser. We're trying to upgrade our equipment, and we're also trying to syndicate our show nationally. We're almost to our goal. And you can, if you like the show, if you want to invest in this show, then you can go to GoFundMe.com/WD show. GoFundMe.com/WD show. I want to thank Brandon Rigo for his donation. He says, listen to the show every day. Keep up the great work. You know, if you miss this show live, which you should not, but if you miss this show live, you can always catch it on the replay. You can listen to iHeartRadio. I look for the Wayne Dupree Show on iHeartRadio. I'm on there. You can look for us on Spreaker. You can download the Wayne Dupree Show app that's in the App Store for both the iPhone and the Android phone. The Wayne Dupree Show. As a matter of fact, Cold War Radio, Hutch's show is there too. Download both of them. But we are trying to upgrade our equipment, and we're almost to our goal. We haven't taken anything off yet. Everything is still up there. Our goal is $12,000, and we have raised $7,860 right now, and we've done that with people that really support the show, and we thank you for that. And those that can, give. If you can't, share it with your friends. And while you are sharing that with your friends, share the shows. Share the shows. Let people know what we're all about. Because going into, now we're in 2017. This is it, man. This is it. We aren't trying to give Democrats any quarter. We aren't trying to save any of them. Now, if they want to switch parties, they can. But I ain't trying to save them. I'm trying to destroy them. Right now I am trying to destroy the liberal agenda. Period. Because you can't you can't build a country on a liberal agenda. Because if you look at what they have been trying to do, if you look at what these liberals have tried to do, they are. I mean, look at the country that they have built or tried to install over the last 8 years. It's not sustainable. It's not sustainable. 256. What's going on? You're on with Wayne and Hutch.
Hey, I feel like a kid. It's like it's Christmas Eve, and I can't wait to open my presents on the 20th.
There you go. Good attitude.
That was good.
I mean, it's just I cannot wait. And I think Jeff Sessions, I watched the hearings today. He did a great job. And also, I think Tillerson is going to be like a superstar.
I hope so.
I think his knowledge of the world, his knowledge of all the professionals, of all the leaders, his relationships with the other countries, I think he's going to knock it out the park, and he's going to shock the liberals.
There we go.
And I'll tell you something to watch for with that. And I can tell. I don't want to profile, but I can tell that you're probably my age or something around my age. And
I'm 58.
There you go. See, but if you remember the way the Democrats have been totally in bed with the communists of the Soviet Union, you're going to hear these very same Democrats that have tried to destroy our country by siding with them telling this guy that he's in bed with Russia.
Mm-hmm.
It's comedy.
It is. But the Democrats will get in bed with anybody who will tickle their fancy.
That's it.
Yeah. Straight up whores.
I'm John in Alabama. I'm not from Alabama. I don't support the Alabama team that lost last night. I'm an LSU fan, and ever since Nick Saban left LSU, I'm against the Alabama football team. He's a great coach.
Yeah.
Right up there with Bear Bryant, but I'm still an LSU fan.
All right. Well,
Louisiana.
Thank you, John. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. Hutch, that was a real good game last night, actually.
It was. You had to watch that one all the way to the end.
All the way to the end. I mean, the fourth quarter is when everything happened. When everything. I mean, they were going up and down. And, I have to admit.
How did the fellas, Mike and all those, they're probably in mourning right now.
Who's that? Mike?
The people down RSBN.
Oh, they loved it.
Okay, good.
Yeah, because they are Auburn fans. So if Alabama get beat, they love it.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah, they enjoyed that one. Yes, sir. Frank in Florida in the RSBN chat room said no Alabama hating. Sorry about that. Frank. Sorry. Well,
it happens. What are you going to do?
Hey, your Steelers play this weekend, don't they?
Yes, they do.
Is your quarterback playing?
We're going to go in there and take Kansas City out. We got a little bit of a problem. Joey Porter, Jay Peasy, former number 55, one of the best linebackers ever.
He got arrested, didn't he?
After the game, he had to go down the south side and showed his ass. I mean, he took one of the bouncers. This is how bad this dude is. He took one of the bouncers and raised him up, grabbed him by the arms, and lifted him off the ground. And then Pittsburgh 5-0 came in, and that was the end of Joey Porter.
What's so funny about that is that I forgot that Joey Porter was even associated with.
He's the assistant coach. He's the outside linebackers coach.
So when they showed him on TV during the game, I was like, "Hey, there's Joey Porter."
One of my favorite guys too, man. This dude was like.
That's cool that Pittsburgh keeps those, those people.
Oh yeah, they do. They're very loyal, man. I mean, Rocky Blyer's still around.
That's cool too, Rocky.
All these guys.
We got 805. What's your name?
Margaret. Oh, yay.
Go ahead, Margaret.
Margaret, what's on your mind? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from California, and I'm mad as hell.
What you mad about?
I'm a first-time caller. I'm actually a first-time live viewer too. So you're awesome.
Well, thank you, baby. Thank you.
You are awesome. I am mad. Going back, you started talking about the Tea Partiers.
Yeah.
I was totally a Tea Partier. They were all about fiscal responsibility. And as soon as mainstream media started talking racism, I started backing down, exactly like you said. And they are doing it again.
Yeah.
Don't let it fool you.
I would even go so far. I've become so paranoid because of the Obama administration. I'm so skeptical of the government. I would go so far as to say I wouldn't be surprised if they paid people to go to the Tea Party rallies to say racial crap. Because
of course they
do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now that I see that they've paid thugs to beat up Trump supporters, why not?
Yeah. I mean, you know what? Actually, and thank you, Margaret, for calling in. Don't. I got your name in the system, so don't let this be the last time you call in, okay?
Oh, I'm hooked on you now.
Oh, well, thank you, darling. Yeah, thank you. Hooked on you.
You're like crack, Wayne. One show.
Yeah, well,
I'm just so angry. I joined Twitter just because I believe social media is playing a huge part in elections. And I joined just because I hated Hillary so much. And I'm just glad to see there's, I didn't know about all these other off-the-wall media things.
Keep
like
listening. You'll learn.
That's right. We're here every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday from 9 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, okay?
3 hours on Friday sometimes.
3 hours on Friday sometimes.
Wow. Well, keep talking because I can't. And then I know you're not talking about it. I don't want to give it a lot of attention, but CNN, who I swore off, but I was watching the hearings today, and they started talking about this addendum. I don't even want to give it attention. I think you know what I'm talking about, that supposedly came out Friday. Now CNN has keeps talking about more, unnamed sources. It's terrible. I can't believe what's going on.
Yeah. Well, Margaret, everything is everything.
It's going to be all right.
Everything is everything. Okay.
Do I sound that upset? You need to console me?
Yeah, actually.
Everything is everything. So
I'm just so frustrated. I live in Southern California and surrounded by liberals. Another interesting thing that happened this year, when there's a presidential election in Southern California, it is plastered in signage, for the Democrat candidate. I didn't see one Hillary Clinton bumper sticker or sign all year.
Yeah, same here. And thanks for calling, man. Call back again, please. But that was the story this year.
Who was it? Lady B in the RSBN chat room said, "We're hooked on you too, Wayne and Hutch." Well, thank you, Lady B.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lady B. You know what? We're gonna take care of one. We're gonna take one more phone call before we leave for the night. We got our buddy in Mississippi.
Yeah.
We got our buddy in Mississippi. What's up, Jim?
Oh, man.
Listen, I'm going to tell you something. Tell these people to quit worrying about this stuff. Good grief. Democrats, they'll do anything. Look, today's Tuesday. We got 3 days this week, 3 working days. Nobody in the government does anything on the weekend, and they really don't do anything on Friday. And then we got 4 days next week. So we got 7 days. We got 7 days. Now, I don't know. I hope everybody that's listening to this show and watching you guys will please listen to me. Don't worry about all this stuff they're talking about. It doesn't mean anything. They're just panicking. They're trying their best to they can't stand themselves. They're all in a little corner wetting themselves, They don't know what's going on.
That's right, Jim. Tell them.
Really, they are. And hey, by the way, I hope they're cleaning out that White House. That sucker needs a real good spray job or whatever. There's no telling what they left in there, like you had said the other night, Hutch. Instead of a White House, it might have been a crack house the other night when all those people were there.
Get that weed out of the garden, man.
Oh, man, there's no telling.
You got to turn that dirt over.
Big Mike, look, Big Mike didn't have no vegetables in the garden. That was weed.
Well, And you know how people are when they go to other locations. I know they don't do it in houses, but when they go to these different public areas, they don't always flush the commode either, you know. So there's no telling how much shit's all, excuse my language, there's no telling how much stuff's all over the place. I wonder if Big Mike and Little Wee Wee had gone to a Motel 6 while they clean that sucker out. Because if I was Trump, I'd say, look, you get that thing cleaned out. I'm not going in until you get it cleaned out.
All right.
Tear down the.
All right, JJ. Look.
Okay,
I gotta let you
boys,
go, man.
Take care. Go Dallas Cowboys.
There
Watch
we
out
go.
those Pittsburgh Steelers now.
Them Steelers coming now.
Ladies and gentlemen, we gotta go. We're gonna be back tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I want to thank Micah in the production room. Hutch, how can people reach out to you on social media, my friend?
Hey, I'm Hutch Bailey Jr. on Facebook and Gab Berg's Eye View on Twitter. Thank you very much, Wayne. And Micah, do what you got to do.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have been listening to the Wayne Dupree Show. I'm your host, Wayne Dupree.
Music.
Yeah, I had to go back to old way tonight since
Thank you, sir.
Since the thing wasn't working. But we're gonna have a little after party in just a few seconds on Spreaker because TubeU won't let us go out the way that we really want to. So thank you for listening to the show. We'll be back tomorrow 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm trying to get the Biker for Trump guy, Chris Coons, I think his name is. I'm trying to get him on tomorrow night so we can talk a little bit. But you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Gab. Just type in Wayne Dupree Show. Again, you can download our app. Look for Cold War Radio in both the Android store and the iPhone store, and download the Wayne Dupree Show in both the Android store and the iPhone store. Okay, thank you, Micah, for producing the show. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow night. We love everybody in the RSBN chat room. We love everybody on WCCD AM 1000 out of the greater Cleveland area. We love everybody in the Spreaker chat room and all the people watching on Twitter. Thank you so much for tuning in. Remember, if you want to contribute to our equipment upgrade and our push for national syndication, you can go to GoFundMe.com/WD Show. Okay, /WD Show. GoFundMe.com/WD Show. Again, I want to thank Brandon Rigo. Oh, and David Antista, who just gave a donation just a few minutes ago. Thank you so much, David. Y'all have a great night.